Welcome to the Determined Mom Show, the only marketing podcast dedicated to guiding mom CEOs into tranquility, wealth, and multiplying those precious moments.
Welcome to this episode of the Determined Mom Show. I am your host, Amanda Tento, and I have the most exciting guest that I've ever had on my podcast. And you even beat John Lee Dumas for me, so thank you very much.
Yes. I'm going to turn 50 Shades of Red right now. Like, thanks. So.
Yes. You're like my favorite. So welcome, Rachel Pedersen. She is the queen of social media.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm interrupting because I'm so excited. I am excited to be here. So thanks for having me, Amanda.
Yes, thank you. I saw the email come through and I was like, yes, please. Yes, please. Let her say yes to being on the Determined Mom Show, because you are like the exact person that we need on the show, especially to talk about TikTok. But not only that, definitely just being an inspiring mompreneur for all of us. Hello, your book cover, your all of those things that have been coming up in my feed are amazing. So I love it.
I'm so excited to be here, and hopefully a few people listen and take some action from what we're going to talk about today, because oh my gosh, there's so much possibility. It's really exciting, especially for moms. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Go for
it. You are the bravest TikTok mom that I've seen, and I love it, at least for me, especially with body image and all of those things that aren't really talked about, but you're bringing them to the surface. That is so important, especially to me. I actually was just telling my husband about you, and I was like, look, her belly looks just like mine.
Like, yes, you're like, score.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
and he's
cool now.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. And he's, oh, that's so cool. And I'm like,
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I love that. So I know you have a new book out. It's called I'm the Boss, Reclaim Ownership of Your Life, Build Your Dreams, and Ditch the 9-to-5. So tell us a little bit about that before we jump into the TikToking.
So this is really interesting. And a lot of people have been asking about that. We've actually been trying to bury the I'm the Boss book. So most people don't know, I did not do a good job of marketing. Can I just real fast share? That book came out really fast in 2019 and it's just resurfaced. And I'm like, when you look back on your old like videos and podcasts and work, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is mortifying.
Yes,
that's how I feel about the book, I'm the Boss. So part of me is, no, people are finding it. Okay, so just real fast, I want to share this because it's important. Done is better than perfect. That book was the prime example of done. The thing is, so we launched that book like quietly to host or to share it at an event. And in order to do that, we had to list it on Amazon, and suddenly a bunch of new copies have resurfaced. And that book is really short. It's, I want to say 60 pages. And we were selling it for $7, and it was just meant to be like an associate to support the event. And people are like buying it now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like my daughter's name is misspelled in that book.
Nice.
It is missing like a lot of the stories and the heart. It's pretty like bare bone.
Yeah.
It's not the worst book, but I will say there's a part of me that's both, I have to be excited and proud of my old work, but also I'm way more excited about her new book that's coming out not until September of this year.
Yeah. Well, how big was your team when you wrote the one in 2019?
Way smaller.
Exactly. So like you did not have the bandwidth to do the kind of book that you put out now. So
yes, but it's still a good book. It's got actionable steps. It just doesn't have the same heart in it. So people can feel free to buy it, but you'll see the brutal reviews on Amazon that, I'll be honest, it might have deserved.
Oh, it didn't deserve that.
You're so nice.
When you're helping, honestly, like seriously, think about it though. When you're helping moms or women or anybody to empower themselves to do something different with their lives, there's no way that can get a bad rating unless you just copied it from someone else, which I know you didn't do. So obviously there's no way that should get a bad rating.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Dive in.
Yeah. I want to talk about TikTok because this is obviously your sweet spot in the marketing industry, and very interesting. You turned me on to YouTube Shorts, which I didn't even know that YouTube did short videos. I was like, oh, they all have to be 5 minutes or more, like in order to even register on YouTube. But I love that you are using this repurposing method, allowing us to create content and all of those things. Yes. So tell us a little bit about YouTube Shorts, but then I also want to know how much time you personally actually spend recording content in a week.
Really good question. Okay, two parts. I'm just quick compartmentalizing in my brain. Okay,
Yep.
first, so I love leveraged content. I feel like every single mom needs to fall in love with leveraged content because we don't all have time to just create content for 10 hours a day. None of us do. Being a parent instantly disqualifies that as an option. So what's interesting is every time that I create content, my thought is, how can I make sure this reaches and supports and serves the most number of people with one piece of work? And so what I love is we found this workflow where I create in TikTok, and then now I do this the lazy way. Some people say it's less efficient. I think it's fast. It takes me like 5 minutes to do this. So I create in TikTok. I use a platform called snaptic.app to remove the watermark. It will slightly desync the audio. I'm giving everyone a heads up, but for me, done is better than perfect.
Yeah.
And then I have the ability to use it on IG Reels, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, Pinterest story pins, and so on and so forth. Like, it keeps going. So for me, that's extremely leveraged. So one piece of content can serve in multiple places. And I love YouTube Shorts because it's the first like really big innovation on YouTube in a while. And it's forcing us to think, okay, what can we create to reach the audience? Now, there are pros and cons, and I'll go fast to YouTube Shorts. YouTube is still figuring out the algorithm and who to serve what. With YouTube, once in a while, your YouTube Shorts will hit the wrong side of YouTube and totally serve the wrong audience. That's really good to keep in mind. So once in a while, a video will hit like all the teenage boys, and they're teenage boys, need I say more? And
Yeah.
okay. Versus like TikTok and IG do a pretty good job already of serving your content to the right people based on what it's about, the caption, the hashtags you use, who engages with your account. YouTube still hasn't really figured that out. So it's a little rough. Still worth it. So for example, one TikTok that I uploaded that I want to say had 5 figures worth of views. So successful, not the most successful, but decent. I uploaded it to YouTube Shorts. Took me 60 seconds to repurpose it to YouTube Shorts, and it got 660,000 views.
Wow.
So there's a lot of upside, a lot of potential, a lot of people actually only building their YouTube channels with repurposed TikToks and simply using YouTube Shorts. So there's going to be a lot of possibility. So I'm just posting there.
Yeah.
Second part of the question, how much time do I actually spend creating content each week? Okay, real fast. Before I share this, I want to make this super clear in case anyone's, oh my gosh. Okay, so I create for every single platform. We are active everywhere, which is a lot. So in case you're like, oh, this sounds super overwhelming, just remember that this is all platforms. And I don't teach people to do that because it's a lot.
Yeah.
So I create for myself, and I also create for a client 5 times a week who has licensed my image and who I am. So I'm their ambassador, and they pay me for that.
And that's Metricool.
Yeah.
I love Metricool, by the way. I've been using them for years. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow. That's so cool.
They have the best reports in social media. Google My Business is my main business. And those are the reports that's the system that I use for Google My Business reporting because it's amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Sorry, keep going.
Yes. Okay. And they also just unlocked scheduling YouTube Shorts. So that's huge. And that's going to make everything easier. So I create for 2 different businesses every single day, Monday through Friday. I don't create almost any content ever on weekends because I need a break. If it was up to me, I would just create all day and then never see my kids and never clean and stuff because I love creating so much.
Yeah.
If I am in focus mode, no calls booked, it takes me 3 hours start to finish to create everything for my business and Metricool each day, Monday through Friday.
Okay. So that's
that actually.
Okay. That's like 15 hours a week. So 30 hours a week, essentially.
That would be.
Are you combining the?
Oh, that's
3 hours
combined.
total. Oh,
That's
okay.
combined.
So that's
not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
15 hours a week for 2, it's technically 3 whole businesses because I have 2 businesses, and that's for all platforms. So that also includes 3 to 5 emails a week, 3 to 5 YouTube videos a week. Most people don't need to keep up that pace.
Yeah. You're in a little different level than us right now, but we are all going to be there soon someday.
Yes.
And we're excited. And when we get to that point, then we'll be creating 15 hours of content every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Awesome.
may not have to create that much either.
Yeah.
I mostly do it because I test every platform. There's probably 3 platforms I would just drop tomorrow if I didn't teach them. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love it. And oh my gosh, I watched the TikTok of you and your dad, like doing the, That was so funny. That was like the best TikTok I've ever seen, honestly, because you guys were like when it was like, and then you would point to each other. Oh my
Yes.
God. It was hilarious. Yeah.
That was really fun. It was hard to get him to say yes because he was like, I don't want to be in a TikTok. And I was like, but Dad, like you're newly single, you're on the market, like you never know
Oh,
who's
yeah.
watching.
Yep.
Like, okay, fine. So that was fun.
Yeah, that's a definite that's a way to market your dad, I guess.
That's what I'm shooting for.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. The other TikTok, and this goes back to what we were talking about, the mom belly and the mom bod, was the bathing suit to the dress. Like you did 4 or 5 of those in a row. And I absolutely love that. And I am so new to TikTok that I would be afraid to like, and I see this and I see the pattern when you just scroll through your TikTok, I see the pattern of, okay, you're wearing this shirt like for 5 or 6 videos, and then you're wearing this shirt for 5 or 6 videos. So you just literally create the content, put it up there, and then just put it in that order, whatever you recorded in. Is that right?
So one thing I do that really helps. So you know how the hardest part of creating content is getting a quiet space, getting the right space, making sure the lighting is decent. My lighting isn't right yet in this office, but I'm still going to create. You can tell it's just not quite, it's fine. It's not my ideal lighting yet. So getting your lighting, getting your background, getting the quiet space, making sure you like your outfit, your hair, your makeup, that you feel good, your mindset's on point. Yeah. So when I'm in that space, and sometimes it's in the in-betweens, I literally batch and draft tons of content for myself and Metricool. So last time I checked, I'll actually check it now because I think it's fascinating. I have, hopefully TikTok doesn't play all loud. Okay. For Metricool, I have 71 drafts ready when like I look and feel my best. So then if I wake up one day and I'm just like, I'm just feeling emotional today, I can literally tap into drafts. So
That's
I don't
awesome.
necessarily use them in order. I can just pull on them at any point. I have 530 drafts myself.
Oh my gosh. Goals.
Yeah. So anytime we have like date night or a time where I'm like, ooh, I look good, I feel good, I'm excited. If we're waiting, I'll literally just pull out my phone and record like 10 TikToks while I'm waiting for like guests to come over or whatever, and then just draft them and I'll worry about them later.
That is awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome.
So helpful too, to just know you can draft it all.
That is amazing. So the other thing that I love that you do, and I find myself like getting hooked into this, is like when you're like literally sitting there on live, like putting on your makeup and just like brain dumping what you're thinking at that moment. Yeah. I absolutely love that. And I think, I don't know, it's just something that's like totally new to me, but it's very like addictive. And especially because I want to hear everything that you say, especially, and I'm sure that helps a little bit, but yeah, I think it's amazing.
Here's why I do that. So everyone's always like marketing angle, and that's great. And marketing's awesome. And sometimes I'm like, where's the space for me to just be? Yeah. And I think we all actually feel that at times. I just want to just be and not attach expectation of like, how many people are going to be here? What value am I going to bring? And so I realized that these mornings, and I do it almost every morning, as most people know, usually between 8 and 10 is when I do it. It's when I'm doing makeup and just quick getting ready. And it's the best time because it removes all the pressure of performance and metrics and results. It just is. Yeah. And if there's 7 people, cool. And this morning, was it this morning? I think it was yesterday. There was like 200 people just on for a little bit, and it didn't stay that way, and that's fine. But I was like, that's wild. Yeah. But I don't change or try to perform or impress people in the mornings. And it's just really wonderful to just warm up for video for the day and life by just being. And I really like it.
I love it. I think it's a great opportunity, honestly, to get to know you and how your brain works, because obviously your brain is fabulous and
all of our brains are amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a great opportunity to get to know you and really understand how you think about social media and how you think about TikTok and all of those things. I think it's just amazing. So I really love that. And I hope you continue it. So if there is a vote, like if you're ever like on the edge of, should I keep doing this or is anybody really watching? Yeah, keep doing it.
I love it too, because I get unfiltered questions from really applicable ones. Sometimes there are really wild questions you've probably seen in the mornings. Sometimes I'm like, we're not going to answer that. That's not.
Yeah. You just are like, it's like when you go like this, like you're reading and then you're like,
I'm like, okay, so show us your feet. But I really like that it's just this chill environment, because when I'm not in teach mode or podcast mode or stage mode, even though I'm a high energy person, I'm a pretty chill person. I think it captures like the in between really well. And it's a time where a lot of people can come on and ask questions that I don't normally get the time to answer. And I'm like excited about it.
Yes.
It's cool.
I love that. And just so the audience knows, in order to do that, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers.
And then once in a while, it gets unlocked for people before that. And once in a while, it gets unlocked for people after 1,000. So that's good to keep in mind.
Yeah.
TikTok changes when they roll out things with no rhyme or reason.
Okay.
So
awesome. Yeah. So it's like probably around 1,000.
Most likely around 1,000 is going to be when it'll happen.
Awesome. Okay. I love it. I really, truly appreciate you being here. And I would love for you, I already follow you on all of the things and all of the channels and everywhere that I can, but tell everyone where they can find you. And obviously TikTok is one of the hot ones, but
yes. Okay. So the easiest place to find me first is just my website, RachelPedersen.com. That's all E's and a D in my last name. And I'm pretty sure all my social media accounts are linked on my website, which makes it easy. And there's a bunch of tutorials and resources and different things there. So you can jump on in, get everything that you need. And if you just want to go straight to social, I'm pretty much at the Mrs. Pedersen on every platform.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be here with the Determined Mom Show audience. I know that everybody is going to love this episode and love everything that you've shared with us. So I truly appreciate you.
Amanda, thank you for having me. I'm really honored that you're inviting me to be on this podcast and I get to do this and talk to the Determined Mom audience. So thank you.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. Thank you for listening to the Determined Mom Show. We appreciate you, and we would love for you to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. This will help us reach as many other moms as we can. Don't forget to download your 10 things you should be doing to get more clients from Google Search Guide at rebrand.ly/Google10.